Welcome, everyone. Uh, Today we're here to do some. I can't even talk. I hate
You
this.
got
Every
this.
time we get into this, just lose your train of thought.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anyhow,
Jamie,
j-
Jamie does that.
it's his fault.
Have that effect.
Yeah.
uh, Anyways, I'm the Homie Depot with Steel Blade Woodworks, and today we're gonna learn you or teach you how to make a snapback leather patch hat. But before we do that, let me let these fine gentlemen here introduce themselves. There we go.
Okay. So
Hold,
I
let
am.
me see. Hold on. I'm trying to figure it. Wrong one. There we go. We're just gonna leave it like that. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. I am Jamie JP Woodwork. Jake lets me do a show with him on Saturday morning cartoons on Saturdays. You can find me. You can find me on YouTube at JP Woodwork and Instagram at JP_Woodwork.
Yeah. I'm Jake Thompson. The YouTube channel is Jake Thompson. It's where Jamie and I provide a place for love and understanding for everybody to hang out and have a good time and love
Mhm.
each other hard. Okay.
Here you go, Jamie. I don't want you to feel left out.
All right.
So, anyhow, today I'm going to show you how I do what I do to what I figured out how to put some leather or genuine leather on these hats. And we're going to be using some 1 ounce leather. Um, this is, if you want the actual here, we're looking at about 0.05 inches. So
Yeah.
millimeters for all the other ones. Let's see.
All the other kind of people.
This is about 1.5 millimeter. So it's fairly thin. I don't want something to protrude too far. So um, I'm going to show you first how I set it up in the laser. We'll get the laser going and then we'll talk about all the other stuff. So let me get over there to that. Y'all can see that. And
Nice. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
uh, we'll get to the laser back on that. There we go.
Ooh.
So I figured that we'd go ahead and do this logo, and we're going to bring another one in here in a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and I guess say honor the two gentlemen. Well, I can't forget Robin, the three people that helped put this together, virtual craft festival. So we're going to make them caps today. So
Ah.
here we go. So once you bring the logo in, I had to do a little bit of messing around with this logo to work. But what you're going to do is you're going to come in here. Lightburn, y'all are following this. Y'all are seeing this, Jake?
Mm-hmm.
Jamie?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So once you highlight this, you come into your tools up here and we're going to do offset shapes. And what this does is it creates this basically border of what the laser is going to follow when it cuts the patch out. So you can manipulate this and go up in size, down in size here, but this is right here is where we want. But there's going to be a few other things that we want to do. These settings, we're going to do an outward direction, round edges, and then outer shapes only. So once we hit OK, we come back in here and we're going to go ahead and click that and change that to red. All right. So now you see all these little pieces. We don't want the laser to cut those out. So we want to go ahead and do an ungroup. And what we do is we come in here and select these few and just delete them, get them out of here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Come in here. It's a little tedious, but uh, that stays. And get rid of that. So then there's your patch, I guess you can say. And the way we have this set up is the blue is going to be etching or engraving, and then the red is your outer perimeter, what the laser is going to cut. Okay, and then you set your settings up here. But anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this here and delete that, and we're gonna do a new one. We're gonna open the file that I already have, where it's right here.
Mark L's got a question for you, Joey.
Uh-huh.
He would like to know: do you import this as a JPEG or another picture file?
Well, like Jamie sent me a JPEG, right, Jamie? When you sent this logo, it was a JPEG or what?
Yeah,
File?
it might have been a PNG.
Right. So, if you bring it into Lightburn, you can do a trace mark, and it'll trace this image, and then you just bring it out, and it'll set it up to where the laser is going to read it, and then you just get rid of the image. So, I can demonstrate that for you real quick. We got time. So, if we come in here and we do an import, and we bring in Jamie's logo, where's it at? Right here. Okay. Get to my pointer here.
Jacked Up Leatherworks, aka Jacob, says, "What tannery is the leather from?"
This comes from Tandy Leather. So this is just a Vegetan leather that I'm using. I don't like going, and I haven't ordered any online. I go to Tandy because I like to just hand pick it and see what I'm getting. Some people don't like it. I use it. That's what I know. So that's what I get, you know? So I'd like to try, now that I know Jacob, maybe he can point me to some other stuff and take care of that and do it that way. But what you go in here, Mark, is you come in here and you do a trace, and you can do adjustments, but that seemed pretty good right there. We're going to hit OK.
Joey,
Yeah, you're
I think we got a circle of death here.
Yes. I don't know what happened. It's still
No.
online. What happened?
Oh.
So,
hold on. Technical difficulties.
well,
This thing's been doing it.
that comment a while ago makes me want to say, does it look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a god dang hot dog.
Hold on. I don't know if my OBS is.
There's a whole bunch of us now. That's the trouble.
Carl says, "What's an SVG, Ashley?" Has Joey left us? Yeah, he is.
No, I'm here.
Dance like a monkey. Dance like a monkey, Jamie.
Y'all keep them entertained there, boy. Let me figure this out.
We're trying. I think the Hank Hill impression bombed.
Let me share again.
Shh, Jamie.
We'll get through it. What's going on here? Oh, back and forth to two computers. Two computers.
You got this. You got this, buddy.
We can hear you, Joey. Can you see us?
Hey.
I think that Lightburn.
Hey, source stuff.
There
Yeah,
we
we can
go.
see it.
There we
Okay.
go. I can see
Got
you.
it. Okay, so we did that trace there. All right, and all we do is gonna bring it over, and then there's your logo. You just click on this, and we'll get rid of it. Click on this, and then you do all your sizing here, like a control, which brings it all down to the right size or whatever size you want, and do the other steps that I told you. So Lightburn can take care of that. Sometimes when it's has problems, I revert to Corel Draw because I can do it in Corel Draw as well. So I got ways to do it. So anyhow, back to this. So we're gonna get going on this. Here we go. We have our settings set up. Our laser should be ready to go.
Is it an evil laser?
We're gonna check our distance. We're gonna make sure we hit our origin, and I like to just do a frame, and it just basically tells me make sure that I have the laser set up in the right place to do these deals here. So we're gonna hit go, and we're gonna go.
Woohoo! Look at it go! Whee!
And
Huh.
I'm going to knock this computer off because we don't need it. And I don't want anything to stop sharing.
There we go.
There
And
you go.
I'm going to get this computer offline because I don't want it to mess with that laser. So there we go.
Carl said he don't know what an SVG file is. He just sent you a Polaroid of the logo.
So let me see. Let me remove that out of here. Here we go. And we're going to go face laser. And too many buttons to be pushing. Okay, so here we go. We'll let that work out there. So when you prepare this, you're going to have your finished side of your leather, and then you're going to have the unfinished. This has the adhesive on there already. Okay, so let me do this, make it easier. So when we go over here, and you don't want to do this indoors, this stuff here is very potent. You want to do it outdoors. And all these items that I'm using today, they're listed down in the description. So, you know, there's links there to this stuff. And this is what I found that works. It's a little pricey, but it does a good job. So what you do is you're going to get your piece of leather, however big you want, and you're going to spray this on fully coated in one direction and then immediately go the different direction. And you want to get this leather coated very well with this stuff, not excessively, but enough to where you see this white type stuff. Okay, the adhesive, and then just let it sit there. I let it kind of start tacking up a little bit, and then I bring it in here because that smell's usually gone already, and then I let it dry. And when it dries, it'll still be a little bit tacky, but you can tell it's real smooth, and not that bad, if that makes sense to y'all. And once that's done, it's ready to go. And then all you're going to do is, if you do have the laser, of course, that you would go in there and set it up and do your designs. And you're going to cut stuff out like this, you know, whatever. But that's really the gist of this. And what happens then, once we let these designs finish in the laser, we'll bring them over here. We'll put some oil on them and prepare them and get them ready to go to the heat press. This is the longest part. I've let it sit for about 30 minutes, and that's usually sufficient. Of course, so we're running pretty hot down here. So I let it probably sit outside in the shop for probably a good 10 minutes or so. Then I bring it in here and let it finish drying inside here. And that's about it. Now, I did try this. I let some of this leather sit for about a week just to see if it affected this, and it didn't. So I brought the same leather back in. I left it out in the shop because I wanted to test to see if these were going to mess up after a while. You know, just sitting there with this adhesive on there, and they didn't. They worked. So you can cut. I would suggest just cut enough and do enough what you're going to do, and that's that. Now, once they're done, we're going to come back in here, and I use two different things. This is Mahoney's finishes, and this is suggested by another individual. I forgot the name, but I've tried this. It doesn't darken the leather up as much as neat's foot oil, but um, I tend to stick with neat's foot. But just depending, they both work fine if you're going to do this. As far as oiling it, you need to oil it.
You got a question from Ashley, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "What's the point of the adhesive? Is it for ironing later?"
Yeah, because we're gonna adhere the patch onto the cap, and that's how you're gonna get away from either trying to sew it or buying a ready-made patch that's very expensive that you got to bring in and laser and do all that stuff, because they do sell them ready-made, and I also listed them down below, and you could probably get away, but you know, either this cuts the cost down doing it this way, and it's a way to put them on there. And Jen has bought some of these, and I mean, I've been wearing these, and they're on there, they ain't coming off, you know, so it's worked pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So uh yeah.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Yeah, there. Yep. Insert commercial.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going a lot quicker than I thought. Probably gonna take a long time.
So Ashley had another question earlier. I'm not sure if this is serious or not. She says, question. The leather already have adhesive, or did you put it on there?
When you
Okay.
first started talking about that patch, you said this side has adhesive on it. She wants to know, did you put it
No.
there,
Yeah.
or did you get it with it?
Yeah. No. Actually, I put, this is just bare leather. So I've got a sheet of leather, just bare, has nothing on it, and I'll cut, like I cut a section out here, and I take it outside, and I will spray it with this stuff, and then
That's
that's,
horrible smelling stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Jacob
So
says that put you on your feet. That stuff. Take you off your feet. That stuff.
yeah, it's pretty stout. They make another one that's similar to this. This is the one you need if you're gonna do this, and it's down below.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's what you do. You take a chunk out, and you go in, you spray the unfinished side now, and that's how you just let it dry, and then do your lasering. And oh, you're fine.
Yeah, I know. I know. Ashley. I just thought it was funny, so
I
I
haven't
thought
been able
I'd
to
ask.
be mean to you today, so I'm gonna do it now.
No. We just wasn't trying to interrupt him to ask the question. And then when he was as appropriate, then we'll ask the question.
Markel says, "Are you using Lightburn? Did you look at laser GRBL as well?"
Yeah, no, when I purchased this laser, it came with Lightburn, and that really, talking to a lot of people and doing research, they uh, they recommended Lightburn, and I can tell you this, that it's very user friendly. Um, I had a little bit of background in Corel Draw and stuff, so it wasn't that bad. But really and truly, once you get in there, I kind of tend to sway more to Lightburn now. Corel Draw's more graphics and stuff, and sometimes I use it, but I don't use it a whole lot anymore now. It's just really Corel Draw.
Mm-hmm.
Do you make uh right now? I mean, I just have these. I mean, if I guess if somebody wanted some, I mean, we could entertain that. Anita.
I need a
Yeah,
color.
there he goes. Come on, live it up. You need some coffee there, Jamie. Need some
Yeah,
coffee.
I don't need a nap at the moment, unlike some.
Yeah. You know, it was gonna come out anyway, so I always give Jamie, because last time he had to go take him a nap, and I did today, so um oh well, it got me. Is
Yeah.
up. Yes, Wayne, Corel Draw is still around. It's still around. But there's a lot of other stuff out there that people are using now. I have it, so that's why I use it. If I was gonna go out and buy something like that, I'd probably go a different route. But back in the day, we did T-shirts and stuff, so I used that quite a bit. And I think that Fusion 360 or whatever they offered at that time was just coming out, or not 360, but that whole side of stuff, and it just wasn't price wise. It was expensive. It still is, you know.
Mm.
So Corel Draw was a one-time fee, buy it, and you're done. So let's see. Let me swing over here and see how far. It's almost done.
What you got print behind you
Oh,
there?
We've got some battery holders going. I started them a while ago or about lunchtime, and they're going.
oh yeah.
Let them go.
Mm-hmm.
I needed some more, so we're quitting. Yes, Michael, those 3D printers are working real good.
Real good.
I
Yep.
need a
AGK,
battery cola.
AGK loves your products, Joe. He said they're fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Especially when
Yep.
they got messages on them.
So now you can see that laser is cutting out.
Ashley's got a question. She would like to know, Joey, you don't even need to stitch around the patch at all? Question mark.
No, that's why I went this route. So much easier.
There you go. Victor says, how long do the battery holders take to print?
I think that's for the 5 at the settings I have. I think we're around 8-hour print. It's printing 5 at a time.
And Victor asked a little while ago, have you got any Home Depot stories?
None recently. I haven't been over there. I have to go visit those folks. Been over there in a while.
Just to get a story.
Just to get a
Just
story.
story, yeah.
Okay, here's a moment of truth. So I'm going to tell you this. Sometimes when you're cutting this stuff, the leather varies a little bit, and sometimes the settings, sometimes won't make it through there. Just sometimes you got some problems, but I can tell that these probably going to lift up right away. I hope. So this will come
Ooh.
out. There you go.
Nice.
Right. Right. Let me get over to that table.
Ashley got excited. She says, cowboy stories.
Mm-hmm.
So all I do here is we give them a good belly rub, get kind of some of
Hello.
that soot off, and I just come in here.
Belly rub is what I'm talking about.
Hey, you
I'll
had
get a
me at
little
belly rub.
dauber with some neat foot oil on it, and we just go to town. Get them oiled down, and you got to let these dry a little bit now. You can't just go straight to the laser. I mean, to the heat press with them. It's best you do this and then let them sit for a little bit and let that oil soak in, and they'll be fine. But we've already anticipated
Nice.
that, so we've got some ready to rock and roll already. And that's it. That's just the gist of it right there. Simple, quick, and you have them both set up. And just let them sit there and let that oil seep in. And let's see, we're gonna go here. and get this heat press heated up, and running this, you're going to 350 degrees at heavy pressure, and we have these already done and oiled, and they're dry and ready to rock and roll here. And just as simple as
Nice.
get these caps prepped and ready to rock and roll here. I like to use rock and roll a lot.
Post probably would like to know is, can you also heat your tortillas for your tacos on that press?
Yeah, you sure could. Why not? Sure could. We'll let that thing get warmed up. Take it a minute.
Actually says, ooh, hat press heaven.
Hat press. Yeah, this hat press comes with other platens too. And,
Wayne Hillman's asking, Joey, did you ever try neat lack?
neat lack. Never heard of it. Explain. What is that? Now I'm asking you a question, Wayne.
Or it's neat LAC. I'm not sure. Neat lack.
I've never heard of it. If that, I mean, y'all boys have been doing leather a lot longer than I have, so there's stuff that I have not heard of, and but if you can explain what you mean, then maybe I can neat lack. If that's something to do with leather, I don't know.
Came from Tandy for leather finish.
No.
Oh yeah, I got 3 jars of it right here. I got 3 jars of it right here.
That's what that is. I bought some. I didn't know what it was. No, I don't know. I don't have any of that. I stick with dyes and rosaline and neatfoot oil. That's what I've learned.
David Birch is in.
What's up, David?
How you doing, David?
Mr.
Ashley
Dave.
says, my steel blade shirt is one of the softest shirts I own. I wear it all the time.
There you go. There you
Because I don't know if I hit the jackpot on what they had.
The what?
The jackpot.
Okay.
Okay. Robin Jacobson's in the chat.
Hey, Robin.
Hello, Robin.
Let's check it out and see where we're at. We're getting there. 270 degrees.
Jen says, I need a steel blade shirt. Where can I find them, Joe?
There's in my bio and on Instagram, or there's a link tree on my YouTube page. There's a little icon up there, top right, take you straight to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting there, guys.
Get in there.
I didn't think it was going to go this fast. We'd have some more. Y'all have any questions? Put them in there and we'll answer them, or try to.
What temperature are we going for again?
350 degrees, and you're going to set this at a heavy pressure. Not all the way, not kill it, but with these machines, you just kind of, it's like a feel. You can, that's I'll tell you that's a heavy pressure. Um, you can tell when you lock it down where you're at. It's light, medium. You just got to play with it a little bit and get it figured out. But it's a heavy pressure. Basically, this knob is pretty much all the way in. So we're at 350 degrees. We're gonna set this cap in here. And then we always preheat and helps get the moisture out of there, and always put a Teflon protector on there against the heat.
Wayne
And
Wayne Woodson says 350 degrees or room temperature for Joey.
so we're gonna do 15 seconds. We're gonna heat it up. And there we go.
Pressure, pressure, pressure.
Pressure,
Pressure, pressure.
Now when you put this on here, this thing's I almost messed up. Almost messed up. We're gonna redo that. You got to put this pad in here, and what this does is it helps fill the void between this, because not all these platens are perfect for these hats. So it's a little pad that you put in here like so, and it can stick out a little bit like so. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna press that real quick again. Almost forgot. And big hand and fingers don't help. So we're gonna go ahead and just do a quick little press on this again.
I just like a piece of paper to protect you from marring the hat with that, or
Right, or burning or anything like that. It's Teflon. It's a heat resistant Teflon sheet.
I got you. I got you.
Just go ahead and just give it a little quick. Get it hot again. Now that should be good. Now when you put these patches on, this is all up to you getting it straight. And this stuff is going to start reacting, so you got to get it straight on there, because it's going to start to try to stick. And this is all by eye, totally up to you. And we're going to hit it for 15 seconds.
Yeah, me and Jamie be out on that by eye stuff.
Yeah. And we totally over to the right hand side.
And I do 2 presses on this. Hopefully it comes out right. There we go. We're going to let the cap cool a little bit. Just a bit. And we're going to come right back, and I do another press for about 8 seconds or so.
Markel says that lining up by hand / eye will be my downfall.
All right. This out.
Cole says
Oh.
test it with Jamie's first.
There we go. Now the bottle stopper.
Now.
And we'll do Jamie's next.
Ooh. Oh.
I think Cole forgets that he's still got to do his live.
Nah.
Try and get your audio to work straight on first time, Cole.
Stop it.
Anita Curler says, I told my husband I guarantee your blood pressure to go up if you stick your arm in that and
I
turn
bet
it
it
on.
would. I bet it would.
You might end up with a scar as bad as mine, Joe.
Oh my God.
That's a horrific,
Oh my God.
horrific tear in your arm.
It's that bad.
This
I
is
haven't
where
stood up all
you
day.
gotta be kind of careful here, because this thing gonna get pretty hot and not a whole lot of room. But
Scott says, question, what time is Clive on? He's on at 1 o'clock.
Look in the description of your video, Scott.
Yeah.
Wayne said, Jamie, did you hurt yourself?
Yeah, yeah. But I didn't go up A&E.
Oh.
Actually, it's question. Jake, Jamie, Joey, Wayne, Scott, Carl. Do you all work and watch all day on the virtual craft festival days? I try to. Some days I don't
Yeah,
manage it. Well, I've done today so far.
this is show number 7 for us, and there's a like a snack break here or there. Where I'm not watching, but I'm watching most of the day.
There you go.
Yeah, very nice.
Can y'all see them?
Those are great.
Yeah, yeah, they're awesome, man.
Hashtag Kez and Phil want to know, Jamie, are you feeling queasy from your injuries?
Lightheaded. I think that's just probably lack of coffee.
Like, oh,
So there we go.
those are awesome.
Nice. Very nice.
So we might get a long break here. Kind of went through
Yeah,
this quick.
Yeah,
that's
that's
not
what happens
a bad shout.
when you practice for the show. It becomes faster, huh?
Yeah, now I need to take a little longer. But
Earlier, Anita asked about 3D printing. How long does it take to kind of be proficient at doing some 3D prints?
well, I mean, when I started, I didn't. If you've never done it, there's a learning curve. I'll put it to you that way. It's not just jump in there now. Once you learn how to level, because these manually level these beds, um, the whole other deal is finding prints that'll work. Now you can go on sites like Thingiverse and download those files, and they'll send you a slicing software for this that you bring the file in, and the slicing software will set it up. The settings are what you got to get used to, figure out how much infill and all that stuff. So that's a little challenging there, but the actual software will give you recommendations, and you can go with that. And then as you learn, you know what to add or take away, and do things to speed up the print, or the more you add, the longer the print's going to take. And I'll tell you, this isn't a fast thing. You're going to sit there, and you're going to let it go and just walk away. Just check on it every now and then.
Let it go.
Let it
Let it
go.
go. Holdsworth says, if I can make it through the first show without falling asleep, I'll typically be able to watch the rest of them. I don't know if that's a dig or not.
That's punching you in the face, isn't it?
I think so. Mark McEwen's got a question for you, Joe.
Yep.
He says, for the special deal on the printers, if I have a US address to ship the printer to, do they care if I live north of the border?
I
As
don't
in
know.
Canada.
Yeah, I don't know if that. I don't know. You have to go in there, Michael, and see if once you put your address, if that's going to be available for you. We tried to check to see if it was available for the UK. Once they got on the website, it said sold out. So that's just something trying it. When this initially kicked off, this uh, sale or whatever you want to call it, it did say US and Canada. I don't know if that's still the same. You're gonna have to go try.
Yeah. Jeff S says, question, Joey, do you have any other examples of your work?
You just made Jenny some, right?
I made Jen some. I don't have any of her stuff, but I
Mostly on Instagram, right? If they go through your
yeah.
Instagram.
Did you ship
Yeah.
it out on a Tuesday?
Yes, actually I did. Actually I did. That's the shipping date.
That's by golly, that's what we do.
There you
Um,
go.
if you want to see some of Jen's, if you're getting at that you want some, you got to look at your logo and see how it's going to work out. That's the thing, is bringing it into the software, if that's what you're getting at. So yeah, if you want to look at my other work on Instagram, and I think there was a question by CJ, I'm working on a website. Not enough time in the day, bud. Whenever we get to it, and it'll get put out, and then I'll start putting stuff on there that I do offer. But if you want to see the stuff, Instagram is the place to go.
Wayne Hillman says, "What is the name of the printers and where is the sale?" You got a link in the description of your video, in there.
I put a video out last week on assembling that printer, and all that is in there. There's links. My affiliate links are in there. It takes you straight to the site. And if you're gonna do it, you go in and you actually put 2 of them in the cart. You add 2 to the cart, and it's only going to charge you for 1. And if you're in the U.S., it's free shipping. So can't beat it.
Mm-hmm. Cannot beat it.
I have no idea, Jim. Jim, the vinyl, that's heat press, that's heat transfer vinyl. That's totally different. It has its own adhesive that's activated when you put it in the heat press. So you wouldn't need to use this for vinyl. Cloth patches, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you yes or no on that. I haven't tried it, and couldn't tell you.
One thing at a time, huh?
Yes. Wayne, those are the A5S by JG Maker. It's still, when you go on the website and you go into the 3D printers, it says buy one, get one. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well,
there you go.
Anybody else have any questions? If not, we will call this done and let everybody go take a little break before. Jamie, you want to put a link in there for the next?
Yes, mate. Yeah. So up next is Scott Hampton at Hampton's Wood Turning, and the link is in the chat. So you got a little while, you got about 15 minutes or so.
This or that, hard or soft tacos. Go.
Soft.
Okay. You didn't sound very confident about that, but we'll take it as a...
Robin wants to know if you can juggle.
No.
How about no?
Can you sing Gilligan's Island?
No.
Oh, that's all right. We'll have to wait for Cole to do it later.
And we don't want you to do it either.
I can't.
Not with that attitude.
Huey says nachos or chips?
Both.
Now you got to pick one of them.
Couldn't you consider a nacho a chip?
Chips or French fries?
Oh. I'll shut up. I'm not gonna say nothing.
What about your garage? Where the
garage? The garage
or garage?
Chips in the garage.
CNC or laser? If you only had to have one of them.
What?
If you could only, if they said to you, well, you could only own one, would you have the CNC or would you have the laser?
Laser.
Wayne says boxers or briefs.
Yeah.
Boxers. Y'all can answer too.
Not all the time.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for showing up, and thanks again to Carl and Jamie and Robin for y'all putting this on and letting us show this stuff. It's been fun. Bunch of good makers today. We got 2 more shows, correct? Left.
Yeah, we've got Scott and Carl.
We got about 15 minutes, and y'all can take a break, and we will see y'all on the next one. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us today, and we will see y'all on the next one. Bye.
Bye.